All right, on this Food City Friday, we are getting you ready to participate in an important event coming up next week. Next Thursday is National Pack Your Lunch Day. Are you up for the challenge? Here to help us all get packing is Food City registered dietitian Kirby Moir. It is so good to have you back.
I'm excited to be back today. Happy Friday.
It's Friday, and you always are full of inspiration. Last time you had the amazing pumpkin bread, which, by the way, I tried the recipe. It's amazing. So this time you're helping us. I try to pack my lunch, but I get into like this, terrible routine where it's the same thing all the time.
Yes, routine and I think convenience. So we catch ourselves going through drive-through or picking up something maybe not as nutritious for us.
And expensive.
And expensive, yep, that's the cost thing for sure. So we wanted to come up with some ideas to make it a little bit simple, and especially adding in color and flavor. It's our big focus today.
Okay, and you hear a lot of people that'll go all out. They do those big meal prep things, and that's a little much for me, but I like your ideas because it's like maybe a simpler version.
Right. And a lot of things that we're going to talk about today can use leftovers, can maybe serve as a dinner, or something that can last you through the week.
Oh, I like that.
So that's what we're going to focus on.
All right, so where are we starting?
We're going to start down here with our wrap, which I think is a pretty basic concept. I love a wrap because we just talked about feeding kids, feeding family. This can be perfect for you, but perfect for little ones. And you'll notice our base here, lots of color, lots of vegetables. A couple of things that can make this super easy. You can use a rotisserie chicken for your protein, or you can use a kind of pre-packaged option to help you portion and keep that a little easier. So I have fish over there, you could do chicken. And then the thing about the veggies, I recommend keeping them chopped fresh at the beginning of the week. So when we talk about prepping, it doesn't have to be a complete meal, but let the components kind of be ready to go.
So take that lettuce, get it all chopped up, and it'll last you through the week?
Last you through the week, and if that's a little bit too much, shortcuts. We love our Food City shortcuts. Yes, we can have everything chopped, ready to go, and then you're just simply assembling that together.
Oh, wonderful. And I like that you're using the tortilla, the flour wrap. It's a little bit easier than bread, which gets kind of soggy.
Yes, and with bread, it's harder to add in vegetables, right? Like you probably might have one piece of kind of lettuce or maybe some tomato, but a lot more opportunity there to kind of pack that full of fiber, brightness. Love that as an option.
All right, and then we're moving on.
Yes, this is a great dish for a midweek meal that you can then repurpose those leftovers. And it looks like there's kind of a lot going on in there, a lot of orange, but it's actually sweet potato, ground turkey, and then just peppers, a little bit of onion. All that happens, you put the sweet potato in the bottom, put that in the oven for about 15 or 20 minutes. You're sauteing your turkey while that's going on with the onions. You top that in, and then it's done in about 30 minutes flat.
Oh my goodness, so you could do this as a dinner dish.
And then the next day, you just pre-portion that. You could top that on a salad, or again, if you're someone who likes to prep for the week, you could kind of swap out different vegetables for this, ready to go, easy to portion out.
Oh my goodness, and it's so healthy. You've got those sweet potatoes in there, which, very nice.
And again, shortcuts for that. Technically, everything that was used in this was shortcut, pre-cut sweet potatoes, pre-cut peppers.
And pre-cut butternut squash is my favorite, because who wants to cut a butternut squash? And it's just done for you. Boom, ready to go.
Ready to go. As we're talking about warmer weather, it's beautiful out there today. It makes me want to eat a little lighter, not be in the kitchen with, the oven on. This is just a bean salad. You could actually throw in any kind of vegetable variation. I like the crunch. So I have onion, pepper, cucumber, and tomato.
Ooh.
And then just a simple little vinaigrette. I made my own, but you could also just do a store-bought. Super simple there.
Okay, and then you just toss that. Now, does that need to kind of sit for a while before you?
Yes, that is the secret. It's going to get better over the week. It's going to kind of marinate. So at least 4 hours chilled in the fridge. So typically overnight. And then you can always pair this with a little bit of more, like salad greens. Or I love these kind of in our fresh section, in our dry section, these microwavable quinoa and then brown rice options. You're getting your whole grain matched up with your beans. We talked about maybe you don't want to do a meat for lunch, but you want to get that protein. This is an excellent pairing right there.
Oh my goodness, and that you just throw it in the microwave so you could add it to your...
Yes, and when we hear about convenience, we think about the added salt, the added sugar, the added fat. These are low sodium, they're low in fat, full of flavor, and if you've ever cooked quinoa, you kind of get sometimes some weird texture. Comes out perfect every single time.
Oh, I like that.
Yes, and portion control. So it's kind of nice. You can split those up and probably make 2 meals out of one little pouch.
I love it. Brilliant. I'm inspired. All right, and she's got more great stuff coming up a little later on in the show. For more information, of course, you can check out foodcity.com. She has also shared the recipe with us, so we'll be sure to post that along with the segment coming up a little later on today.